Pizza, dine-in, delivery, and all-you-can-eat lunch buffets at any of our 4 locations. And don't forget to feed the office with our corporate orders. Gallagher's Pizza, the best pizza in Wisconsin.
Back here at Pere High School, we're about 5 minutes from tip-off here between the Redbirds and the Golden Raiders. Greg Mintz and Kayla Coleman with you here on the Bank First pregame show, previewing tonight's game. Pere 5-1, looking to make it 3 wins in a row to match their season high. They won 3 in a row to start the season. They're 2-0 in the FRCC. And on the other side, Sheboygan North, the Golden Raiders 4-3. And they are 1-1 in conference play, so kind of a big game here earlier in the season. Sheboygan North coming off a 56-61 close loss at Manitowoc Lincoln last Friday, December 13th. They are 3-0 on the road this year, and this is the first of 3 straight on the road for the Golden Raiders. They are led by head coach Keith Conway and assisted by Jeremy Schwarten and Heidi Sontag. And as for Pere, they're coming off a couple of wins, 59-52 last Saturday at their crosstown rival West Pere. They have a big game this Friday, coming up this Friday here at home against Bayport, one of the bigger FRCC rivals. Pere coming off also that big win, obviously, over Southwest last Friday. That kind of made some headlines with the lopsided score, 123-8. That made some headlines on social media. Just under 4 minutes until tip-off. Got the band rocking here at Pere High School, Rod Kolchek Court. And should be a good game. Player to watch for each team. How about Jaden Shaselsik for the Pere Redbirds, averaging 14.5 points per game. One of the 2 seniors on this Pere squad. Pere with 5 upperclassmen, 2 seniors and 3 juniors to go there. And as for Sheboygan North, how about Bryn Adams, the only Golden Raider in double figures, just about 11.5 points per game. She's a junior, so she'll be a player to watch for the Golden Raiders. Just a few minutes until tip-off. We'll be back with the lineups after this. You're watching Pere Girls Basketball.
stand if you are able. Remove your hats and place your hand over your heart. We ask you to remember those who have served and those who continue to serve, protecting the freedoms we enjoy today as we join the Redbird Cup Band and honor this great nation with the playing of our national anthem. Fans, please welcome our officials for tonight's game, David Lazay, Lucas Slocum, and Wayne Walker. And now, led by head coach Keith Conway, please welcome the Sheboygan North Golden Raiders. Let's meet tonight's starting lineup of senior number 4, Sarah Shear. A senior, number 12, Elena Ryder. A junior, number 31, Tegan Placemeyer. A junior, number 42, Aviana Schley. And a junior, number 52, Bryn Adams. Redbird fans, are you ready? It's time for Deep Year Basketball. Tonight's starting lineup is brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. At guard of 5'6", junior number 2, Abby Tussle. At guard of 5'8", senior number 5, Jaden Shaselson. At guard of 5'8", sophomore number 10, Addie Dwyer. At forward of 5'9", sophomore number 12, Aubrey Fisher. And at forward of 5'8", senior number 22, Ian Borowski. Your Redbirds are led by head coach Jeremy Whitehall, assisted by Matt Shaselson, Aaliyah Stewart, Joe Everett, Todd Borowski, and Matt Colwell.
All right, here we go. Greg Benson, Cale Coleman with you here from De Pere High School. It's the Redbirds and the Golden Raiders set to tip off here momentarily from De Pere High School. You probably just heard the starters, but we'll go over them again anyway. For the Golden Raiders, it's number 52, Bryn Adams, number 31, Tegan Peltzmeyer, number 42, Aviana Schley, number 4, Sarah Shear, and number 12, Elena Ryder. For De Pere, number 5, Jaden Shaselson, number 12, Aubrey Fisher, number 22, Egan Borowski, number 2, Abby Tausel, and number 10, Adeline Dwyer. Cale, quick thoughts here as we tip off.
Well, I think I'd expect Sheboygan North to come out in a zone, so how do the Redbirds handle that tonight? What does their attack look like as a can be Redbird ball? And
Right out of the gate, a turnover, lost ball on the jump.
And so if they can find ways to attack and get the ball inside, and I think for Sheboygan North, the key is going to be, can they rebound out of the zone? And if they can control the boards, they can control the tempo of the game, then I mean that's going to be really important for the Raiders.
Shear was at the point on that turnover. See if De Pere can take advantage right away early in this game, just 5 seconds in. Thanks for joining us. And now another turnover. 5 seconds. So each team a little sloppy to start.
And we got Wayne Walker out there pulling a double shift. He did the JV game prior. One of the officials here tonight for this contest.
Shout out to Wayne. De Pere with a little early press. And forces a travel. See if we can get a number on that. It's Tegan Pelsmeyer with the travel. So 2 turnovers in the first 17 seconds for the Golden Raiders. There's that 2-3 zone that you were talking about with Coach Borowski pregame.
Yeah, and they do a nice job of extending the floor. It's a 2-3. They kind of start with a 1-1-3 front and really extend it and try and make the Redbirds play far away from the basket.
Go sideline to sideline as they put it in the corner. Now cross-court pass. Borowski thought about the 3, drives in, kisses it off the glass, no good off the front of the rim. Rebound back up and good for Aubrey Fisher, and there's our first points of the game.
Well, and what I just say, right? The key for Sheboygan North is going to be, can they rebound out of the zone, and there is a second chance point for the Redbirds to give them the lead.
North going down the floor fast and will have a foul. I believe Borowski is going to be guilty of that. And she is. First foul.
Number 22, Ian Borowski, first personal, first team foul.
It'll be Ryder at the line, shooting 2. So some turnovers to start. Each team recovering to score a couple points as Ryder goes 2 for 2 with the stripe. Ryder, one of the 4 seniors. A very veteran-heavy squad is North. They have 9 combined juniors and seniors out of the 13 on the official roster. Here working it around and a turnover. A lot of dribbling by North now, driving a shot, too strong. Offensive rebound, and it's going to be all Celsic. It'll stick with the Gold Raiders. Drive inside by Pelsmeyer, and she'll go to the line for 2 more free throws. So De Pere forcing some free throws early here, Kale, but North really not finding a rhythm in the first 2 minutes. What's De Pere doing?
Well, their rotations are really good, and De Pere's athletic. They've been in really good position. And I think if you're Sheboygan North, you really want to try and rotate the ball a little bit faster. You get that top side action that forces De Pere to rotate and help and be out. If they can catch them out of position, you can look to find gaps to attack him.
2 for 2 is Peitzmeyer. Sheboygan North with its first lead of the game. A long 3, gets the shooter's touch. Egan Borowski from beyond the arc. De Pere right back in front. Almost picked off, and Borowski picks it up. De Pere on a fast break. Now Borowski tries from deep again and splash.
Well, and that's a great trail there by Borowski. It's exactly the shot you want. If you think about it, that's really what you practice, is somebody rebounding from under the rim. You get the penetration. It's an easy kick in rhythm for a good shooter.
Egan Borowski is senior. Nearly 3 minutes in. A little floater off the glass, no good. And a rebound there to Tousell. And she goes, or they go coast to coast. As Fisher with the score, and De Pere's up 10-4. Little 2-on-1 contact, no whistle, but the bucket's good for Ryder. She's got 4 points. Now Tousell tries to draw the foul, and no good. Here comes the Golden Raiders. And we'll have a foul. That'll go against Dwyer, her first.
And she just got both hands on her there. That's a pretty easy call for the official.
Washington Newenfeld checking in.
Kira Washington, one of the 2 newcomers entering the game for the first time tonight for De Pere. Shot a little short there. Offensive board goes to Ryder. Ryder drives aside, kicks it back out. And it'll be a kick ball on Celsik, so it'll stay with Sheboygan North. Four-point game, early stages, and another turnover by North. The 4th one here in the first 4 minutes and 8 seconds of the contest. Now De Pere almost loses it, and they do. Good defense by Bryn Adams, getting that ball loose. Now she'll drive inside, spin, shoot, good off the glass.
That's a tough move. But a nice turn over the right shoulder. Gets the finish.
Bryn Adams getting the job done on both ends of the floor. 4 unanswered now for Sheboygan North.
And just look how far away the Redbirds are playing right now. This offensive rotation. They've really had nothing in the paint. Now they find a spot to attack.
Yeah, I mean, that earlier in the possession, Newenfeld's way over here on the arc.
And they do North does a really, you can tell this is what they do, right? They're practicing it. They do a really nice job of collapsing when it gets to the high post. A lot of times that's where you want to get, because now you've created an advantage. They have the 2 that are extended up, and you can go 4 on 3.
Long 3, off balance is Celsik.
Good execution there by the Redbirds to get an easy shot.
A little catch and shoot from number 5. Another trap by De Pere. High pass in the corner, and they say last touched by De Pere. That would be off of Newenfeld.
Placing Borowski. Schlein. Taking the floor for North.
Coming in for Sheboygan North is Aviana Schley. And another offensive possession, North converting in the paint. We're going to have a foul before the potential turnover. Bryn Adams, guilty of her first.
I like the spot she caught it. You'd like to see her turn, square up, kind of assess what the floor is. That ball went right to the floor. And lucky that we didn't get away with a turnover there as the North picked up the foul.
Kira Washington, her first points of the game, just found the open space. And now a travel right in front of us.
And you like that if you're the Redbirds, right? You get them to the left side of the floor, and that's really kind of no man's land there. And you bring an extra body to trap. Ball handlers at typically their weak hand on the left side of the floor, and that's just a really difficult spot to be.
Regiments with Kale Coleman. 12 minutes to go here in the first half. Here up by 5. Here trying to break the zone defense. And now a 3 from Shelsik. Good. That's 2 threes now here in the first half for Shelsik. She's up to 6 points.
Really nice penetration there by Tussle. Stays on balance. Gets a reverse pivot to find Selchuk.
Spinning a little arcing shot off the back of the iron. And an and one. Are they going to count that?
I think they had it on the floor.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, he was pointing back.
North ball number 52, Bryn Adams, her second.
A little bit of foul trouble for Bryn Adams, and she will go to the bench as North makes a sub. I believe Sophia Fields just entered the game. Coach Boyler's shouting, telling his players what to do, trying to break this zone defense. Kowski thought about the 3. They'll move it inside. Good ball movement, but no, the layup is not good. And now a foul, and this time you can count it for Aubrey Fisher.
North ball number 12, Elena Ryder.
They're finally able to get it inside the paint.
Team's third. Count the basket.
Maybe get an old-fashioned 3-point play. A little short on the free throw. And the rebound belongs to Revelis. Wide open for 3. A little long. And the rebound to Neuenfeld. No whistle despite the contact. It's going to be a turnover for the Redbirds. We have a foul on Tussle as she tried to steal the ball away. 9:40 to go in the first half. 20-10 to Pere, doubling up North here early.
Selson returning for your Redbirds. Post checking in for the Golden Raiders.
Another lost ball. Able to get out of there is Fisher. Borowski for 3, rattles halfway down and out.
Here trying to speed up the game, and so far North handling the pressure well. And when you want to play fast when you're the Redbirds, that's what North wants you to do defensively when they're sitting in the zone. They want you to settle for some of those early shots, create stagnant movement, and they've had some success. They've just given up a couple second chance points. It's really been the difference in the game.
It's been a game of runs here early. Sheboygan North took a 4-2 lead. For joining us here late, and then De Pere went up top 10-4 as they turn it over on the baseline. Strzelczyk just not able to corral the pass. It was 10-4 De Pere, and then North pulled it within 2 at 10-8, and now it's 20-10 De Pere on a 10-0 run. I was not a math major, but I think I just said all that correctly.
Yeah.
Did all the math right.
You know what? I'm not gonna go back and fact check you.
And we have a timeout, Sheboygan North. Let's take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Then it's time for the best pizza in Wisconsin. Get Gallagher's Pizza dine-in, delivery, and all-you-can-eat lunch buffets at any of our 4 locations. And don't forget to feed the office with our corporate orders. Gallagher's Pizza, the best pizza in Wisconsin.
Thanks to Gallagher's Pizza for sponsoring De Pere Redbirds basketball. Well, Kel, one of the things Coach Browski and you talked about pregame was kind of taking care of the ball, defending, good shot selection, kind of all the typical things you have to do to win a basketball game. How well has De Pere been able to do all 3 of those things so far in this game?
I think they've got some unforced turnovers, and those are the ones that are frustrating, and that's the discipline of Sheboygan North, the way they play. It's not necessarily that they have to come up with a steal, but they force you to do things that are more or less shooting yourself in the foot. And right now, again, still 20-10. North has been able to control the tempo of the game. They just haven't been able to get a shot to fall.
8:50 to go here in the first half. Pump fake by Shear on the 3. Now a drive inside and kick back out. Swinging around a 3 off the back of the rim. No good, but another offensive rebound. Shot blocked by Strzelczyk. And now another layup on the other side is good. And it's Ryder. She has 6 points of the 12 for Sheboygan North. Browski, Fisher, and Strzelczyk all with 6 points for De Pere. As we have a foul on the baseline.
North foul number 12, Elena Ryder, her second, team's 4th.
A couple of Golden Raiders in foul trouble. Bryn Adams with 2, and now Ryder gets her second. And
Gerke now in for the Golden Raiders.
she will go to the bench.
Replacing Ryder.
Cameron Gerke, a sophomore, enters the game for Sheboygan North. Another high pass, and Strzelczyk can't bring it down. Another unforced turnover, but this time on De Pere.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Greg, right there. It's right. You don't have to get the steal, but North able to force De Pere and just throwing it out of bounds.
De Pere with 3 defenders in the backcourt. They had numbers.
Nice movement there by North. And that ball barely ever hit the floor once it got across half court, and that's how you attack the pressure. You got to keep the ball moving. That's what I talked about against this zone attack. You got to go side, top, side, get those reversals, and don't let the zone recover in rotation.
So Gerke checks in for the Golden Raiders and makes an immediate impact once they broke that press. And that time, Aubrey Fisher, team leading 8 points. She currently leads all players. And now we're going to have a jump ball. Sheboygan North overall has struggled a little bit offensively this year, just 47 points per game, around that average. What can they do better, especially De Pere pressing the entire game basically? What can they do better in your eyes?
Yeah, if they can you got to get to the middle of the floor, I'd say, against this press, making sure you're cutting somebody from that opposite side, and then once you get into the middle of the floor, being able to attack it with pressure, because you've created an advantage. And when they've got themselves in trouble, it's when they're picking it up, just across half court or getting into spots. So you got to keep your dribble alive. Remember to use the retreat dribble, but making sure that somebody's flashing into the middle from the opposite side.
Rivlis at the line for 2 and is a little long on the first. Pere with 6 team fouls, North with 4. That last time out, by the way, went to Sheboygan North. So they have 4 left in the game. Pere with all 5 remaining. Ball tipped and picked by Gerke.
Late rotation there for Pere offensively. Allowed Sheboygan North to recover and get a deflection.
Ball got knocked out of the hands of Schley. Redbirds force another turnover. We're going to foul. And Tussle will go to the line for 2 more.
Tussle does a really nice job of attacking those gaps. She's slippery and she's weaving in and out in between defenders. And she does a really nice job of getting to both sides of the floor, using both hands to attack the basket.
First one up and good.
For your Redbirds, replacing Washington. Adams returning for North, replacing
Tussle's
Schley.
first point of the game. She's played pretty well lately for Pere as well. A little bit of a quiet first half until now as she sinks both. Browski with the last touch, flex out of bounds. Just under 6.5 to go in the first half. Pere up by 9. Redbirds will welcome Bayport here to Pere High School on Friday. There's another foul, the 7th for the Redbirds this half, so it'll be the 1-and-1 for Sheboygan North.
At the line in the bonus.
The second on Saselchek, her and Dwyer both with 2 for the Redbirds.
Front end of the 1-and-1 is good
Replacing Sheselsik.
for Haley Post. Sheselsik goes to the bench. Be interesting to see how long some of these players sit with 2 fouls. Brent Adams for Sheboygan North, Sheselsik for Pere. Some key players not in the game right now because of foul trouble. Check that, Adams actually is in. Mid-range jumper, good. And a timeout quickly called by Coach Boileau, 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here.
And that was really nice, collapsing the defense, squaring up, and then finding the cutter in the middle of the floor. And Tussle does a nice job diving, not staying stagnant up at the top. She gets herself into a good position to score and knocks down the shot.
Greg Benson and Cale Coleman with you here on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. 5:45 to go before halftime. Speaking of halftime, 5th grade girls basketball is performing, so you'll able to stick around and see that on the stream. As you see Pere talking things over. Yeah, it feels like every time Pere wants to start pulling away, it's like North has an answer.
Yeah, they just keep hanging around, don't they?
I think Pere's largest lead is 10. Stands at 9 right now as they throw it all the way down the floor. And a foul? Wow.
Yeah, I don't think he had the best angle for it. He was kind of blocked out. It looked really clean from our angle over here. I thought, if anything, it was going to end up being a travel.
Yeah, I thought the ball was either knocked out or it was a travel. Coach Boyle talking with the official on the call as the first free throw is missed.
Oh, they didn't call it a shooting foul either, huh?
No, I guess not. Sheboygan North in the bonus. That free throw by Post was missed. North forcing Pere to swing it around the arc. They go inside, about the front of the rim. And we're going to foul down in that area. Borowski with her second. So Shaselsik, Borowski, Tussle, and Dwyer all with 2 fouls for Pere. They have 9 fouls as a team. Here in the first half, and there's still 5:10 to go.
Yeah, they're playing aggressively, and sometimes when you play aggressively, especially when shots aren't falling, you get yourself into situations where you end up fouling because you're not, you're creating more rebounds. You're not scoring at the clip I think that you'd like to if you were Pere right now. And you give credit to Sheboygan North. They've done well controlling this game.
I mentioned this during our pregame. Sheboygan North 3-0 on the road. They've been road warriors to begin the season. The first of 3 in a row for them on the road as well. And that ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Pere. Redbirds have a sub. Shaselsik enters the game for Borowski.
Fisher doing a really nice job on the offensive glass.
Nice play right off the baseline. Easy 2 points for Fisher. Up to 10 points now for number 12.
And I like that action against the zone. A good call there by Coach Boylo. Gets the movement away and trying to isolate a defender to guard 2 and make a decision. Ends up with an easy layup.
Layup too strong at first by Shear, and then Schley goes too short. Now Schley with the rebound. And there they go. They get into the middle as you were talking. And then a turnover, bad pass.
Good hustle by Neuenfeld to get the tip.
Redbirds with numbers. It'll be Neuenfeld going to the line.
And what's really impressive about that play, right? Neuenfeld misses the shot. She gets back in the play, gets the trap. They break the press. She sprints down the floor, is able to back tap it. And then her hustle is rewarded on the other end. Teammate gets the ball up the floor. She gets another chance to attack and gets herself to the free throw line.
Try to extend Pere's lead up by 11. Alexis Spaeth comes in for Pere. Bryn Adams checks in again for North. 3:53 to go before half. Neuenfeld with her first point off that free throw. North has numbers, couple quick passes in the layup, good by Peitzmeyer. She had 2 free throws early in the game, been quiet since until that free layup. Adams gets it across the timeline. Pass knocked down, and it'll stay with North. Fisher there defensively for Pere.
Washington in for the Redbirds, replacing Fisher.
Kira Washington re-enters. Couple layups, no good. Third time the charm for Schley. Basket is short, and North will take over.
Just out of reach of Dwyer trying to save that one. Back in for the Redbirds. Selchuk going to pick up a cheap one there at half court. That will send Sheboygan North to the line in the double bonus.
3 fouls now for Selchuk as well. Gotta imagine she comes out of the game. Pere has 2 subs set to enter. First free throw is up and good for Redbirds. Selchuk does go to the bench. Borowski back in for Pere. Pere will take over. Last touch by Schley.
Shear, right holds, now in for Sheboygan North.
Here with a long offensive possession, and North gets the turnover.
Just staying solid defensively in this zone, keeping this thing close, as you said. Feels like every time Pere makes a run, North just doesn't let them pull away. Battling right back into this game.
Rebound there by Washington.
We call that the hero spot. When you get that corner 3, Washington does a great job of running to that opposite block, making sure she gets a body on a girl, and clearing out space to get the rebound.
Closing minutes before halftime. We're up by just 7. And we'll have a foul down inside. Schley will get called for her first personal.
North foul number 42, Aviana Schley. Her first, team 7. Neuenfeld, shooting 2.
Felt good on the first. A little long on the second, and rebound goes to Reinholds. 30-22 to Pere. Little floater short. Here come the Redbirds. Neuenfeld inside quick. Kicked back out. Borowski 4-3 in the corner, too long. And the rebound to Peitzmeyer. See if North tries to get the last possession of the half. Lay up, no good. Rebound tipped by Borowski. And falls into the hands of Spaeth. Redbirds quickly down the floor. Moving around the arc. Spaeth finds Borowski. Fake drive inside off the window. And good. Egan Borowski with 10 first half points. Make that 8. Lost ball in the closing seconds. And that's how the first half will end. Back and forth we've gone, but it's Pere with a 32-22 lead here at the end of the first half. Aubrey Fisher with 10 points for Pere. Egan Borowski with 8. Jaden Selchuk with 6. And now let's send it down to Cale Coleman, who's with Coach Todd Borowski.
Time adjustments are you looking to make?
We have to be better with the basketball and making decisions they made it very muddy for us and kind of slowed us down, and we've got to get in transition and find opportunities to score early with good shots, but we've got to get reversals. There's all kinds of stuff on the weak side that we're just not finding because we've got our heads down and we're dribbling into garbage.
Yeah, good luck in the second half. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Kale, thank you. Thanks, Coach, for his time as well.
Luxury vinyl floors are waterproof, kid-proof, and pet-proof, so they can stand up to real-life conditions. You'll find the largest selection at Mako's. Do it yourself or trust our guaranteed installation. Mako's, your premier flooring center. Now that's value.
Big time. What did you get, like 30 seconds?
Short halftime, right? Now we get 10 minutes.
Card.
Right now, get as low as $19 per window and $81 per patio door per month. Visit PellaWI.com today.
I couldn't hear myself, so I knew I was on mute, and I was like waiting. I was kind of like stalling with the question.
or trust our guaranteed installation. Maco's, your premier flooring center. Now that's value.
Back here at Pere High School, Greg Vince and Kale Coleman with you. We're about set to start the second half, 32-22. Here with a 10-point advantage as we're about to start the half. First, let's read some sponsors. Pere Basketball, brought to you in part by Green Bay Family Dentistry, Nicolay Bank, Color Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, Bellman's Electric, Greystone Ale House, Harmon Studios, Chicago Street Pub, Akko's Floor Covering Center, Gallagher's Pizza, and Exhaust Pros. Kale, what do you want to see from each team here in the second half? Then a close game may not necessarily be reflective by the score, but Sheboygan North, they have been in this the whole way.
Yeah, and give them credit because they've controlled the tempo and the pace of this game, and they've caused a lot of problems for De Pere offensively. I think if you're the Redbirds, you got to get some action coming off the top. You got to get a cutter to dive. You got to get somebody from the backside to fill, because the defense doesn't see that, and they're not guarding a person, you're guarding a space. So when you cut from somewhere they're not expecting you to or from out of their vision, you can find that opening in the zone much easier. If you're North, they've had success when they've moved the ball, right? They have to not pick up their dribble in inopportune spots. And when they've attacked the press, they've got the ball to the middle of the floor, they've got some really easy looks, but they've got to get over the hump now, right? They've cut it to 7, they've cut it to 6, and then it just jumps back to 10. Can they close that deficit?
Pere starts the half with the ball and a score from Aubrey Fisher, and she is now up to 10 points. Make that 12. And a shot behind the hoop, and that's going to stay with Sheboygan North. A lot of players in foul trouble. Elena Ryder for North with 2. Brent Adams of Sheboygan North with 2 fouls as well. Jaselsik with 3 for De Pere. Borowski, Tussle, and Dwyer all with 2 for the Redbirds. Jaselsik with the rebound, and she brings the cross. Three ball for Tussle. Little long, but offensive rebound by Borowski.
Well, in that time, North got stagnant. Borowski crashed the boards, got herself to a good spot for the rebound. And that's what you have to do in the zone, to make sure you get that backside covered.
Fisher with a bad pass. Turnover for De Pere. Each team had a few turnovers early in the first minute or so of the game before we got the scoring going. Corner pocket 3 is good. Good start for Heitzmeyer, with 7 points now for number 31. Oh, shot fake, no good by Fisher.
De Pere content to drop back, no pressure that time from the Redbirds.
Good defense by Borowski. Trying to go all the way, gets the foul, but not the shot. She'll go to the stripe for 2.
North foul number 31, Tegan Heitzmeyer, her first. Team's first.
Heitzmeyer with her first foul. First of 2 by Borowski, no good. Opening minutes of the second half. As Borowski gets that one to go. Redbirds back up by 10. Now a steal. Dwyer trying to go coast to coast, gets the move and the flourish.
Good steal there by Tussle, and she gets the assist as she flips it over to Dwyer, and that'll draw a timeout from Sheboygan North.
30 seconds, we'll stay right here. Largest lead of the game so far to Pere at 14.
Alexis Faith.
15:33 to go. Here in the second half. Aubrey Fisher with a dozen points for De Pere, which leads all players.
It's a good timeout there by North. A couple of ill-advised turnovers. Get the girls to settle down. Talk about your press attack, what you want to do, and just really get them under control. Remind them, hey, we've had success, but we have to take care of the ball, and we can't pick it up in bad spots. And really keep cutting from the backside.
Here trying to make it 3 wins in a row. Had a couple of wins late last week. That large victory over Southwest on Friday, and then they beat West De Pere on Saturday. De Pere's only match against Kimberly, who entered their game tonight undefeated, 5-0. So not a bad loss, I guess, to put it that way. Fisher again underneath. And De Pere's up by 16 in the blink of an eye.
Press starting to click here for the Redbirds.
That shot blocked. Fisher gets the rebound. And she'll get it out of there. Ball movement by De Pere. Back out. Ball might have been tipped, but finds Borowski. That time it tipped again. More good ball movement, but the layup is a little short. Rebound Adams.
Good patience there by the Redbirds. Just not able to convert.
Adams with just 2 points so far for Sheboygan North. She's the leading scorer on the team with about 11 or 12 a game. As that basket is good.
Nice attack by Peitzmeyer.
She's got 11 points.
She absorbed quite a bit of contact there too, able to finish it.
The officials have certainly let both teams take some contact, no whistle. As I say that, a foul.
Revelis and Post now in for Sheboygan North.
Beyond Ryder, that's her third. And she goes to the bench. As does Schley. Borowski able to get it after it went off her right leg. Borowski, 4-3, in and out. Offensive rebound back up and rattles in for Adeline Dwyer. Long three is short. Kept in bounds, but there to get it is Fisher. Up ahead and last touched. Yes, by Peitzmeyer, so it'll stay with De Pere.
Bit of an ill-advised pass. I like trying to push the tempo. I don't think it was there. The Redbirds fortunate enough to retain possession.
13 minutes left in the second half. Borowski swings it. Sheselsik for 3, lines it up and fires.
Sheselsik there gets her feet set, gets her body turned. Really nice being on balance.
Aubrey Fisher doing her best. Jair Alexander. Pass breakup and De Pere trying to take over. Now Fisher loses it. And here comes North. Into the corner, Adams and Borowski. Clyde and Adams looks to be okay.
Schley checking in for the Golden Raiders.
Schley checks in for Peitzmeyer. Pier by 19 as Varsity took her eyes off the ball, and a turnover for De Pere. Varsity nearly forcing
I was going to say she might get away with one here, but both hands to the hip. That was an easy call.
Nearly forced it over and back, and then gets called for the foul. Spielman comes in for Sheboygan North.
The pressure really bothering North this half. They're running offense out by the 10-foot line on the volleyball court. And there's an example of the pressure bothering the offense from Sheboygan North there with the travel.
Shear commits the turnover. 11:59 to go in regulation.
Neuenfeld and Washington back in the game for the Redbirds.
Neuenfeld draws 2. Good cut inside, spin, shoot. Good for Kira Washington. 4 points off the bench for Kira. Pere really spreading the wealth as they force a turnover. Jaselsic and Tussle down in the paint for De Pere.
Yeah, that's tough. Two of the best defenders in the area. You can see the replay. They're able to bother the ball, get a hand on it, and deflect it off of the Sheboygan North player's leg. Creates the turnover. And that's the Selchuk on the inbound for 3. Brings her up to 12 on the night.
We're just talking about De Pere spreading the wealth offensively. Jaselsic 12, Fisher 14. Borowski with 10 as well. That shot a little long by Jaselsic. And now we're going to travel. So De Pere will get the ball right back.
Borowski returning for the Redbirds, replacing Tussle.
This De Pere team does a really nice job of pressuring the ball and then walling up, which means staying vertical, keeping your hands back up, playing long, and not fouling under pressure, and that created the turnover there. North going to go man-to-man now.
Just
possession out of the zone.
Long pass ahead, shot off the glass, no good. And Fisher able to rip it away from Adams, passes it up. Borowski falls to the floor, and she's going to be called for a travel.
That was a weird play. I think she's okay. She's hobbling a little bit, but
kind of just an awkward fall. She went up to catch the pass, and then she just kind of fell. Hope she's all right. Pere still on the press. 2 people inside there. It'll be Ryder for Sheboygan North.
And that was a really nice drop-down pass. Good zone attack.
Nearly a travel by Washington. That shot missed. Jaselsic with the board off the glass, a little strong. Good effort, though, from Jaden Jaselsic. Gets the steal and draws a blocking foul. Rebels' first foul of the game. We had 16 combined fouls in the first half. That's just the 4th here in this half.
And it's
first
not,
on De Pere.
Yeah, you know, it's not a terrible foul by Revelis. She probably got a breakaway layup if you don't draw the foul, and you can't let her get too much further past her. It's a clear path foul, so inopportune turnover, but at least forced the Redbirds to step back up in offense before giving up an easy layup.
9.5 minutes to go. Greg Bentz, Kel Coleman here on YouTube. 32-22 is our halftime score, but it's been all De Pere here in the second half so far. Missed 3 by Neuenfeld.
Selchuk with some really quick hands, and Neuenfeld able to come up and help and get the steal, and that leads to the breakaway layup.
Good hustle play by the freshman. She's got 4 points. Now a turnover. I think catch the whistle is 4, but De Pere ball as Spaeth comes in for Tussle. Still early yet this season, obviously, but how far do you think this De Pere team can go? They've played pretty well in the first 7 games or so.
Yeah, I think you've pulled a lot of positives from tonight, and you don't want to play your best basketball early. They've certainly got some things that they can improve on, but so far have looked really good, and they play hard. And I think that's the key, that you want the girls to be getting after it, picking up full court, and from what I've seen, I really like the way they're playing.
Let's hear a word.
Then it's time for the best pizza in Wisconsin. Get Gallagher's Pizza dine-in, delivery, and all-you-can-eat lunch buffets at any of our 4 locations. And don't forget to feed the office with our corporate orders. Gallagher's Pizza, the best pizza in Wisconsin.
All right, thanks to Gallagher's Pizza for sponsoring De Pere basketball. 51-29 the score here with 8:46 to go in the second half. Just 7 points in the second half for North. Bird Adams still held to just 2. Peitzmeyer doing well for the Golden Raiders. She has 11. Elena Ryder has 8 more for De Pere. It's been a bunch of different players. Selsick with 12, Fisher with 14. Borowski has 10. Dwyer with 6. Washington with 4.
You know, and you asked how far can this De Pere team go, and that, I think that, can they find who's their go-to, right? Like, who's going to be the one that takes the last shot? And I think one of the things I like about this team is you've got a couple different options. They don't rely on anybody to go out and get high 20s, low 30s from a point standpoint, but they can really disperse the scoring, and you're seeing that tonight. Fisher's found a bunch of different ways to score the basketball, a couple second chance points off offensive rebounds, and she's got out and kind of led the break, facilitated, got herself a couple assists. She's been really active on defense and having a good game tonight. So we've seen some large scoring outputs from just about everybody on this team so far this year.
1 for 2 at the line for Washington. Yeah, there's been, as a kickball by Selsick, not just the scoring margin's been a dramatic change in the second half, but mentioned earlier the fouls De Pere with just 1. And Sheboygan North with only 4. So not as many free throws or anything of that nature as well.
Yeah, and there's Fisher right there coming up with a jump ball opportunity.
Ripped away and stolen by Spaeth as she gets it knocked away. But it'll get out of bounds before Adams can chase it down. The De Pere girls JV team beating the Sheboygan North JV girls team before this varsity game started. Fisher inside right past Adams, but too much on the layup, and Adams will get the rebound. Neuenfeld with the interception and the score. A pick 2 if you want to call it.
Good anticipation there from Neuenfeld on the weak side, able to shoot the gap on the long pass, and then take it coast to coast down the left-hand side of the floor.
Adams going up against Spaeth and Washington in there defensively as well.
A little late on the decision there by Fisher. It looked like she had the cross-court pass. Fumbles the ball, goes down to the floor, and Coach Buelo calls a timeout.
Redbirds with 3 timeouts remaining. North with 2, with 7:01 left here in the second half. Yeah, North is a really good team. I mean, they're 4-3, but they've played really well tonight, despite what the scoreboard might say.
Yeah, and you know, De Pere, especially in the second half, they've really bothered North and then converted, got themselves a bunch of easy buckets. But yeah, North has been, you know, right in this. They battled all first half, and there have been a couple times where it felt like De Pere was going to put them away, and they responded well and haven't been able to get over that hump. But North certainly has not gone away in this contest.
Fisher with a hard shot right off the window. Adams gets the rebound. Still time left for Sheboygan North, as Neuenfeld nearly had another fast break opportunity.
She's got a really good feel, doesn't she? And she had her hand on 3 or 4 balls that she hasn't come up with steals in addition to the ones that she has. She's been all over the place off the bench tonight for the Redbirds.
Yeah, for sure. It feels like the Pere's had so many opportunities, and just like that again. Neuenfeld inside against 2. Adams. And Shear there, but she gets the layup.
And a nice up and under move to finish and add the 2 to her total tonight.
Eight points for Neuenfeld as Adams goes to work. Inside, kisses it off the window.
And she's got that turnaround over the right shoulder. It was a little baby hook shot, and that's the second one we've seen tonight, and that's a really nice move and a really good finish.
Just her second made field goal of the night. Quiet night for Adams with 4 points. And now we're going to have a foul defensively. Fisher there being aggressive for De Pere, but she'll be charged with her second foul. De Pere with 3 subs coming in, as you saw the replay there. Shout out to our broadcast engineer, producer, do-it-all man, Paul Roop. No? Doing great, doing great. Adams on the perimeter, goes inside against Jaselsic. Off the window, no good, but rebound, count it, and 1. Heitzmeyer. She's having herself a night. 13 points and a chance for a 14th.
Yeah, has herself in a good spot. Secures the rebound, gets on balance, and then a strong finish back up through contact. She heads to the line trying to convert the and 1.
She makes it count. So now 14 points.
A great high-low attack there from the Redbirds with Jaselchik. Caught it on the elbow and dumped it down.
Pass knocked away, and we're going to say De Pere ball, I think, or no? Yeah, De Pere ball. Wow. Thought that was off the wire. Browski gets hammered, but no call.
Good defensive play there by North in rotation. And this doesn't look
Shearer's
good.
on the floor for Sheboygan North.
Shear came down, and she went right to the knee.
While we step aside, injury time.
Santa?
Son of a nutcracker.
Just what I wanted. Pella windows and doors.
Oh, Gina. Next year, just ask for a Pella gift card.
Right now, get as low as $19 per window and $81 per patio door per month. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Luxury vinyl floors are waterproof, kid-proof, and pet-proof, so they can stand up to real-life conditions. You'll find the largest selection at Mako's. Do it yourself or trust our guaranteed installation. Mako's, your premier flooring center. Now that's value.
Round of applause for Sarah Shear as she gets some assistance off the floor. (60-34) to Pere on top of Sheboygan North. Hope Sarah Shear will be all right. And Pere will get the ball off the baseline. Tussle off the glass and good. 4 points for Abby Tussle tonight. On the other end, Haley Post, her first field goal of the evening. Oh, back and forth, hot potato.
Nice
Peitzmeier
attack
up to 16.
From Sheboygan North. They're able to move the ball down the floor and get it right to the block. That's an easy two.
Peitzmeier with her second foul, or third foul. As Neuenfeld comes in for Pere, replacing Dwyer.
Neuenfeld in for the Redbirds.
Four minutes to go in regulation. Pere with a pretty comfortable lead. Neuenfeld pump fake three. They're just taking their time. Long possession, and now it's stolen away by Peitzmeier. Another and one. Counted for Haley Post.
Number 21, Allie Neuenfeld, her first. Team's four.
You got to be happy with that
Washington.
possession, that last minute. if you're Sheboygan North, a really solid defensive possession. They get the ball up the floor, and they're able to attack the rim, and then a chance to convert it into 3 here.
Post misses, and it'll go to DePere. Post with 4 points just in the last few minutes here. And ripped away. Ryder there defensively. Contact but no foul, and it'll stay with the Golden Raiders. Under 3 minutes to go, and DePere in control. Just looking ahead to Friday at Bayport. Bayport, what do you want to see from DePere against their FRCC rival?
Yeah, I think if DePere can control the game, they play much better. I think you got to eliminate some of the mental mistakes tonight, some of the senseless turnovers. They've shot it decently well when they've been patient on offense, and you kind of know what you're going to get defensively. But it's always tough when you've got Bayport coming in, regardless of what year it is. That's historically been a very strong matchup for the Redbirds.
Ryder's last 3 gave her, or put her up to 11 points on the Knights. And DePere with a full timeout, so we'll step aside. 64-43 DePere.
Then it's time for the best pizza in Wisconsin. Get Gallagher's Pizza dine-in, delivery, and all-you-can-eat lunch buffets at any of our 4 locations. And don't forget to feed the office with our corporate orders. Gallagher's Pizza, the best pizza in Wisconsin.
.223 left here in the second half. Pere leading by 21. Greg Mintz, Kel Coleman with you here on YouTube. Vern Adams drives inside as the ball knocked away. Long 3 near the bench, and it's good. How about Tegan Peitzmeyer? 19 points.
Having herself a night.
Almost half of Sheboygan North's points in this game. Now Spaeth with a long 3. She answers right back.
Finds a soft spot in the zone, and nobody stepped up. Took her time. Got a great look.
Another 3. Short that time. We had some contact in the paint. Bodies all over the floor. No foul, though. Pere passing around. Neuenfeld for 3. Long. And Spaeth trying to get the rebound, and they say that she stepped on the baseline.
Spillin checking in for the Golden Raiders.
66 seconds left in regulation. DePere will match its season high with its 3rd win in a row. Sheboygan North will drop its first road contest of the season, 4th road game for the Golden Raiders. We got 2 more road games after this, leading into the Christmas break as a travel by Post with less than a minute to go. And a double dribble on Spaeth. So we'll give it right back to Sheboygan North. Sheboygan North coming up. They are on the road.
Along with Fields.
Another turnover, so Pere will take over.
Miller,
Sheboygan North at Sheboygan South this Saturday, the 21st. And a timeout on the floor. Full timeout called. We will step aside.
Timeout.
Santa?
Son of a nutcracker.
Just what I wanted. Pella windows and doors.
Oh, Gina. Next year, just ask for a Pella gift card.
Right now, get as low as $19 per window and $81 per patio door per month. Visit PellaWI.com today.
.45 seconds to go here in the second half. To Pere up 67-46. Greg Benz, Kale Coleman here with you on YouTube on this Tuesday nights. Pere passing it around the perimeter. Now a 3 straight on and good.
3-point basket, Jalen Craig.
Jalen Craig with her first points of the night, a freshman getting in on the action. Sheboygan North will fall to 4-4 overall on the season and 1-2 in the FRCC. Last second shot is up and good for Ellis Spielman. And that's how this game ends. Final score 70-48. The Pere improves to 6-1 on this young season. They stay undefeated in conference play with a 3-0 FRCC record. As mentioned earlier in the broadcast, the Pere will look ahead to a matchup against Bayport this Friday, the 20th, right here at Pere High School. Mark Vino and myself will be on the call for that one. Should be a great game here at Pere High School as Pere wins its 3rd in a row, staying undefeated in conference play. Jaden Selchik with 12 points, Aubrey Fisher with 14. And down on the side, Borowski.
A nice halftime adjustments there. I think you got to be pretty happy with what you came out and did in the second half.
We were better in the second half. We didn't play with our normal defensive energy and pressure and communication. Those are our standards that just were not to the standard to be at tonight. So back to tomorrow and get back to our core values and find a way to beat on Friday. So
yeah, let's look ahead to that game. Alumni night for the girls, celebrating 50 years of.
Awesome. yeah, celebrating 50 years, right? Your family was a big part of that with your dad being the first girls coach. We're really excited about that. It's a rivalry, Port De Pere. It's always a big game, but we've got to be better than what we were tonight, and our girls know that, and we know that, so we talked about it at halftime, and that's why we go to work tomorrow.
Well, thanks again. We look forward to that game on Friday and hope you join us here. We'll have it broadcast live.
Sounds good. Thank you. Go Birds.
Back to you, Greg.
All right, thanks, Kel. Once again, the final score, De Pere 70, Sheboygan North 48. Again, De Pere moves to 6-1 overall and 3-0 in the FRCC. Sheboygan North drops to 4-4 and 1-2 in the FRCC. Kel mentioned it. If you're not here at De Pere High School, we hope you join us here on YouTube. It's De Pere hosting Bayport. It'll be a good one as the De Pere girls program celebrates 50 years of De Pere girls basketball. But until then, for Cale Coleman and Paul Roop, Greg Wentz signing off, saying so long and good evening, or good night from De Pere High School, 70-48. De Pere with the win over Sheboygan North. You've been watching De Pere girls basketball on the De Pere Redbirds YouTube channel.